comes through the biting point, take your foot off the clutch pedal and proceed in 4th gear. To go from 4th to 5th we need to be doing at least 45 miles an hour, ideally somewhere near 50. So don't change from 4th to 5th until it's time to do so. Once you've seen that the road is clear ahead and you have a good gap behind you by first checking the mirrors, come off the gas pedal, right hand to the top of the wheel, left hand on the gear lever, clutch all the way down. It's another dog leg from left to right. So heel of the palm behind the gear lever, push up gently, let it, this time you have to move it from the middle to the right, so take the palm to the right, push it over to the right and then push up. Left hand back on the gear lever, slide the right hand down, smoothly up on the clutch. As it reaches the bite point, add some more gas and you're now in 5th gear. To change down through the gears, it's necessary to slow the car down first before you change gear. So the first thing we need to do is check that it's safe behind by checking the mirrors. Slide the right hand to the top of the wheel. Use some brake to slow the car down to the speed you want to go. If it's a 4th gear speed and you're in 5th gear, change the car back to 4th by palm to the left, pull it down, let it bounce into the middle and then straight down to 4th gear. Left hand back on the wheel, off the brake pedal, bring the clutch back up. If you want to slow down even more, continue to brake and change to 3rd gear. Check the mirrors before you brake, slow the car down, palm behind the gear lever, straight up from 4 to 3, left hand back on the wheel, clutch up gently, and the car is now slowed down and in 3rd gear speed. If you want to go to 2nd gear for a corner, for example, and you're in 3rd, check the mirrors, make sure it's safe to brake smoothly and gently. When you reach 2nd gear speed, left hand onto the gear lever, right hand at the top of the wheel, the dog leg to the left, so take it to the middle where neutral is, push it over to the left with the palm facing left and pull it firmly down to engage 2nd gear, clutch up smoothly and gently, ease off the brake once you get to 2nd gear speed and check your mirrors to make sure it's still safe behind. If you come into a T-junction you wish to change to 1st gear, depending on what gear you're in, you can either go between the gears from 2nd to 1st if you're going slowly, or you can change to 1st from any other gear that you need to if you're coming to a near stop. I'm going to illustrate 2nd to 1st, so it's check the mirrors, brake smoothly, clutch ready, right hand at the top of the wheel, left hand on the gear lever, keep the palm facing left so it goes into 1st not 3rd, clutch all the way down, 1st gear, bring the clutch back up to the biting point, ease off the brake pedal and use sufficient braking while you keep the clutch at the biting point to keep the car moving very slowly and smoothly in 1st gear. Take it to neutral, the right hand to the top of the wheel, let the car bounce in neutral and give it a little waggle to make sure you're neutral, bring your hands back on the wheel and stop the car. Okay, you can do what we call block changing, that's changing from one gear to another without going through all the ones in the middle. This is very common when slowing down, and a very common gear changes from 3rd gear to 1st gear as we come into a G-junction. So first check the mirrors, slow